The scene is quite different now, with crews cleaning and boarding up the home that was engulfed in flames early this morning, which ultimately led to the death of a 25-year-old man.
I went over there and looked, and flames were shooting out the side of the house.
David Colon is still trying to wrap his head around exactly what happened Saturday morning after he arrived at his sister's home to do some construction, only to find that a house was going up in flames just a few doors down.
Drove up, I parked my van. I was going to do a job, and some Spanish guy yelled at me in Spanish, "The house is on fire."
The blaze, which broke out on the second floor of this home, happened around 8:30 a.m. in the area of South 15th Street and Oklahoma Avenue.
I sympathized with the lady, the loss of her son.
Fire officials say hoarding conditions inside the home made it very difficult for them to get to the victim.
You can't feel the floor. You're trying to find the fire and if there's any victims, and it's hard to tell when you're trying to wade through all that stuff.
It is just heartbreaking that maybe this person wasn't able to get the resources.
The tragedy now putting a spotlight on the dangers of hoarding and the people that struggle with the disorder.
People with hoarding disorder usually suffer from diagnoses such as depression. They suffer from OCD. People usually have had traumatic events.
To put this issue into context, according to the American Psychiatric Association, hoarding affects between 2 and 6% of the population. And here in Milwaukee, Carla Alejo, the director of the Catholic Charities Hoarding Intervention and Treatment Program, says within just a year, they can serve up to 150 people.
With the pandemic, I think those numbers are going to grow significantly.
That's why Alejo says it's critical that everyone continues to have discussions about mental health and hoarding disorders in order to end the stigma and get people the help they need. Taylor Lumpkin, TMJ4 News.
Our thoughts go out to that family. Digging deeper into the issue of hoarding, middle-aged and older people are more likely to have serious symptoms and reach crisis levels. Now that's according to the Milwaukee Hoarding Task Force. Also, hoarding does affect all cultures, all income levels, and all education levels.